Here we go, it is done, guys. Arsenal have signed the most exciting young midfielder of the summer so far, in my opinion. And no, it's not Romeo Lavia. It's not even Declan Rice. My guy, Eberechi Eze is on his way to the Emirates after a £60 million package has been agreed between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. We also had reports earlier today that the deal was actually pushed forward by a few days because of Kai Havertz getting injured. So Arsenal were like, you know what, let's just get this deal done early. Let's get this player in because if Havertz gets injured, we need someone to replace him. But now the deal is done and Arsenal have beaten off competition from Tottenham to sign Eberechi Eze. So let me tell you everything you need to know right here, right now on this channel. But before I get into everything, let me ask you this question. Were you expecting Arsenal to sign Eberechi Eze? Because there were rumors circulating around the Emirates that they might look to bring in another attacking midfielder to support Martin Odegaard in the middle of the park. So were you hoping that they would sign the ex-QPR man, or did you want them to focus on other areas of the pitch? Let me know your thoughts down below. Now let us get into the details of this deal and why it is a big win for the Gunners. First of all, let me tell you how this deal was described by Fabrizio Romano. He said, Arsenal and Crystal Palace have reached an agreement on a package worth £60 million for the transfer of Michael Olise. The deal includes add-ons and it could rise to that amount. Medical tests will take place in the next few days, and then he lines fly to the United States with the team. Personal terms have already been agreed between all parties and the contract will be valid until June 2027. So that's the latest on the deal straight from the horse's mouth. Basically, it's done, guys. All that's left is for him to undergo those medical tests, and then he will officially become an Arsenal player. I mean, you don't have to worry about that because he has already posted pictures of himself undergoing a medical test. So yeah, that's pretty much a clear indication that he is going to join the Gunners. This deal has been in the works for quite some time now. There were rumors that Arsenal had already agreed personal terms with the player. But now they have beaten their North London rivals, Tottenham Hotspur, to secure his signature. Yes, that's right. It seems that Mikel Arteta has pulled off yet another transfer coup by convincing a key target to snub interest from their rivals and join the Gunners instead. According to reports from Sky Sports, Arsenal offered better terms than Tottenham to beat them to the punch and sign the player. And after days of advanced talks, both the player and the club are now confident a deal will be struck. It is understood that the fee will be higher than the £30 million paid to West Ham for Declan Rice, and when you look at the current state of affairs at the club, it really makes you wonder why would anyone want to join Tottenham? You know, the way Arsenal are playing football right now, the way they're challenging for the title, and most importantly, the way they're playing attractive attacking football under a world-class manager, Mikel Arteta. Honestly, I can't think of any reason why someone would choose to join Ange Postecoglou's side over the Gunners. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. If I were a player and had the choice to play for either of these two teams, I would definitely choose Arsenal in a heartbeat. But hey, maybe some players prefer a different style of play, or maybe they just want to play in the Champions League. Who knows, but in the case of Eberechi Eze, it looks like he prefers to stay in North London and play for Arsenal. And I don't blame him at all. In fact, I would do the same thing if I were in his shoes. His teammate at Crystal Palace, Wilfried Zaha, tried to convince him to join him at Galatasaray, but it seems like the lure of playing for the Gunners was just too much for the young midfielder to resist. I mean, if you look at the bigger picture and the long-term prospects of both clubs, the decision to join Arsenal makes perfect sense. And it's not just about trophies and silverware. Although Arsenal are coming off a season where they finished second only to Manchester City and are now on the verge of winning their first Premier League title ever. But it's also about the playing style and the project being implemented by Mikel Arteta. The Spaniard has built a team that plays beautiful attacking football, entertaining for the fans, and also very effective. They're always among the top scorers in the league, and they have a bunch of young, talented players who are only going to get better with time. On the other hand, Tottenham are still figuring things out under Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, I mean, they had a decent run last season, but they still finished outside the top four. And they will be competing in the Europa Conference League this year. Not exactly the kind of football that Eberechi Eze would have wanted to play. And when you consider the fact that Arsenal are beating off competition from other clubs to sign these top young talents, it really makes you wonder, why would anyone want to join Tottenham? Like, seriously, I am genuinely asking this question because I can't seem to understand the logic behind joining them over the Gunners. Anyway, I'm sure you guys must have a lot to say about this, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But for now, let's talk about why this is a big win for Arsenal. For starters, this is a major statement of intent from the club. They're showing that they're serious about building a team that can challenge for the title year in and year out. This is not a team that's going to be satisfied with just qualifying for the Champions League. No, they want the real deal. They want the Premier League trophy. And they're bringing in players who share that same mentality. Eze is a young, hungry player who's going to bring a lot to the table. He's a creative force who can unlock defenses with his passing range and vision. He's got the ability to take players on and beat them one-on-one. He's got the flair and trickery that makes him a fan favorite. And most importantly, he's got the hunger and desire to succeed. He wants to be the best and he's willing to put in the work to get there. So yes, this is a big win for Arsenal. They're bringing in a player who's only going to get better with time. He's a long-term project for them. And I think he's going to be a great addition to the squad. Now, let's not kid ourselves. Arsenal already had a great squad. They were one of the best teams to watch last season. They played some amazing football, and they were right up there fighting for the title until the very end. But that doesn't mean they didn't have any areas to improve. They needed more depth, especially in midfield. They needed someone who could come in and challenge for a starting spot. Someone who could bring a different dimension to the team. And I think they found that player in Eberechi Eze. He's going to add depth and quality to the squad. He's going to give Mikel Arteta more options in the middle of the park. And he's going to push the other players to be better. Competition is healthy and Arsenal are doing exactly that. They're bringing in players who are going to challenge their teammates. They're bringing in players who are going to make them better. This is a team that doesn't want to stand still. They want to keep improving, and they believe that adding Eberechi Eze to the squad is going to help them do that. So well done, Arsenal. Well done for securing the signature of one of the most exciting young players in England. I think you've pulled off a masterstroke. Beating off competition from other clubs to sign him is a testament to the work that you've had done in recent years. You're now seen as a big club, a club that players want to join. What do you think? Do you think Eze will be a success at Arsenal? What do you expect from him this season? And do you think more clubs should focus on signing young talent like this rather than splashing out on overpriced veterans? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for all the latest breaking news. Thanks for watching. This is Here We Go Football, where the game never stops.